Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day, some sad news. A former Richmond mayor has passed away. We've got the details on that. Plus, J.D. Vance makes an unexpected visit to Jackson, Kentucky, and Laurel County officials are investigating a late-night shooting. We're going to take a look at the weather with Sam, and of course, we've got your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up today, Live at 5 at first. And our WBON TV big story of the day, former Richmond mayor and businessman Bill Strong passed away Monday evening. Strong moved to Richmond as a young child and grew up on Evansdale Avenue. He attended and graduated from Madison Model in 1959 and then Eastern Kentucky University in 1963 before choosing to serve in the Army. Later, he managed Jerry's Restaurant for 16 years before opening B&B Grocery and Deli, where he took pride in cooking country ham and catering fish fries all over the state. After retiring from the restaurant business, he enjoyed working at the Hall of Justice, continuing to serve Richmond. Bill was known for being one of the longest-serving elected officials in Madison County. He left politics and helping the people he served. When he was no longer in office, he still loved to stay involved and looked forward to election time each year. He served his community and was very involved in civic organizations. He was elected as the mayor of Richmond for 4 years, mayor pro tem for 8 years, city commissioner for 21 years, and the Madison County magistrate for 4 years. Strong was 84 years old. Services will be held at Eastside Community Church. Visitation will be Sunday, January the 19th from 5 to 8. With funeral services Monday, January the 20th at 11 a.m. Oldham Robertson Powell Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. You can read the complete obituary up now on WBONTV.com. Thank you, sir, for your service. Well, Vice President-Elect J.D. Vance returned to his roots in Eastern Kentucky Monday, visiting Breathitt County, where he has deep family ties. Vance, who will be sworn in as vice president next week, spent part of his childhood in the area, connecting him closely to the mountains. During his visit, he stopped by the family cemetery and spent time in downtown Jackson, chatting with residents and reflecting on his ties to the community. Eastern Kentucky played a significant role shaping Vance's upbringing, and his visit highlighted his connection to the region ahead of his new role on the national stage. Well, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting incident. The shooting occurred off Hope Hill Road, approximately 12 miles east of London last night, just after 9. Deputies were dispatched to a residence following reports of a male subject being shot. When sheriff's investigators arrived at the scene, they learned that allegedly 2 individuals had assaulted a male subject and then apparently reached for a gun, and that's when he was shot by one of the men, apparently in self-defense. The individual shot had an injury to the upper torso and was flown by air evac to UK Med Center in Lexington for treatment of serious injuries. A pistol has been recovered at the scene. The shooting victim's condition and identity has not been released. Well, education seems to always be a topic of discussion for lawmakers in Frankfort, and that was no different during the first week of the 2025 legislative session. With more on that, Keith West joins us from the state capitol.
Legislation that hopes to reduce the administrative burdens that are placed on teachers and school districts has been filed during the 2025 legislative session. House Bill 48, sponsored by Representative Shane Baker of House District 85, located in Laurel and Pulaski counties, would, among other things, reduce the required evaluations for educators from 1 in 3 years to 1 in 5 years. Additionally, the Kentucky Department of Education would have to justify existing reporting requirements and eliminate all those not required by state or federal law. Representative Baker explained why he brought the measure forward.
Our teachers go into the education profession with a passion for working with their students. The current requirements for teachers, schools, and districts make students a secondary priority behind paperwork. By reducing the red tape surrounding our classrooms, we can allow teachers to focus on the work they're passionate about. This will give our educators more time to prepare for lessons and classroom activities and dedicate more time to their students.
Representative Baker is hopeful that his proposed legislation will get a hearing during the current legislative session. Right now, the General Assembly is on break and will return for Part 2 of the 2025 regular session on February 4th. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Keith for that report. Well, on National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day, January 9th, the city of Winchester celebrated the appointment of Travis Thompson as the new chief of Winchester Police Department. Thompson, currently a patrol sergeant with the department, will succeed Chief James Hall, who is retiring February 1st of 2025. The announcement was made during the city commission meeting where Thompson was joined by his wife and children. Congratulations to the new chief. Well, a Somerset man has been arrested and charged with sexual assault of a child. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office began investigating the case on October 27th after interviewing a minor victim who alleged sexual abuse by 26-year-old Jonathan Skirvin. Following the investigation, Skirvin was arrested and charged with sodomy in the first degree, child under the age of 12, and incest, child under the age of 12. Skirvin was taken to the Pulaski County Detention Center and is being held on a $150,000 bond. He also faces 2 unrelated outstanding warrants. The investigation is ongoing. Anyone with information regarding this case is asked to contact Pulaski County Sheriff's Office. That phone number, 606-678-5145. You can also reach out to the tip line, 606-679-8477. Well, the Kentucky Blood Center is urging the public to donate blood as winter weather threatens to disrupt blood drives and potentially impact the blood supply. The Kentucky Blood Center relies heavily on donors at blood drives. Disruption of these drives due to inclement weather can significantly impact the blood supply and potentially create shortages. You can find times and locations of local blood drives on the Kentucky Blood Center website. There's also a listing up there on the screen. You can take a look at ways or places that you can donate your blood here locally. State Senator Reggie Thomas has introduced legislation aimed to raising Kentucky's minimum wage to $15 per hour. Currently, Kentucky's minimum wage remains at the federal level of just $7.25 per hour. Senator Thomas argues that this wage is insufficient for workers to live on, stating nobody can live off $7.25 an hour. That's poverty. Senate Bill 11 would gradually increase the minimum wage to $15 per hour and would also allow local governments to set their own minimum wages above the state level. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, 14,000 workers in Kentucky earned minimum wage in 2023. Senator Thomas believes that all working Kentuckians deserve a living wage that allows them to support themselves without relying on government assistance. No one should have to work for a living and still need state and federal assistance, Thomas said. It's time that we get $15 an hour and maybe go beyond that so that working families can have the dignity of working and not needing other assistance. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Cold day, cold morning this morning out there in the bluegrass. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to take a look at the forecast next.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
It's time to winterize your home, and Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is here to make sure that your home is ready for when the snow and everything that comes with this time of year finally makes it our way. Call today and schedule a free inspection and consultation with an honest source that is willing to make sure you get what you need. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook or visit KentuckyRoofWorks.com for more information.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Very cold this morning, and as everyone was getting out and about ready for work, looks like we have some more cold weather headed this way. Sam in the Weather Center with all of the details.
Hi, thank you, and welcome everybody. We are going to see some cold temperatures overnight tonight, so layer up and hopefully everything, you got heat all taken care of because it's going to be a cold night tonight. And a cool afternoon tomorrow. Now, embedded within this cold air mass, just so you're not caught off guard, there could be some slick spots tonight. Even though we're not having any snow showers or anything like that, just because of the cold air sometimes, it can flesh out a little bit of moisture. If you're driving around later on after sunset, you might notice some sparkle flurries. It looks kind of like pixie dust coming down. You notice that kind of in your headlight. And so as you're driving around, that kind of leads to some slick road conditions a little bit. That's how cold it's going to be tonight. And then we'll have a warmer weekend. Rain, snow returns Saturday, maybe some rain showers, possible snow showers Sunday with another Arctic front. So after tomorrow, we'll warm up a little bit Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. Some rain showers Saturday, and then cool right back down. So again, some pixie dust, sparkle flurries, whatever you want to call them. We'll be in the low single digits tonight. Wind chill values below zero. And daytime highs in the mid-20s here for the afternoon. Keeping it quite chilly. And that wind chill around 3 waking up here Wednesday morning. 6 only on Thursday, so keeping it cool in the morning. And then we start warming up. That's kind of the bottom line there, right on into the weekend. But another big crash next week. So again, the brief mild spell Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that's about it. It cools right back down. And we're in the thick of that polar vortex going through next week, and there could be quite a bit more snow, but it's uncertain timing on any of these systems. In the meantime, we are looking at the potential mainly on Saturday and into Sunday. So Saturday, some rain showers, as temperatures will be in the low 40s. Sunday, then, that Arctic front comes through. We could get some accumulating snow. It's difficult to say right now, still some uncertainty with how much.
Thanks, Sam. Those cold temperatures just keep on coming. You can look at the full forecast. That's up anytime at WBONTV.com. And of course, you can always check it out on our Facebook page as well. A 17-year-old driver has tragically lost their life early Tuesday morning after a vehicle struck a column of the Knox County Courthouse in Barbourville. According to the Barbourville Police Department, the accident occurred just before 6 a.m. when the driver, traveling at a high rate of speed on Knox Street, lost control at the intersection of Court Square and collided with the courthouse. Emergency responders extracted the driver from the vehicle, but they succumbed to their injuries at the scene. The Barbourville Police Department is investigating the cause of the accident. A structural engineer will inspect the courthouse to assess any damage and to ensure its safety as well. 2 men have been arrested and charged with murder following a fatal shooting in Pike County on January the 11th. Kentucky State Police responded to a residence on Laurel Fork and Steele where they discovered 42-year-old Christopher Lester deceased from gunshot wounds. Following an investigation, Michael Brown and Anthony Browning were arrested and charged with murder and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Brown is currently lodged in the Southwest Virginia Regional Jail, while Browning was booked into the Southwestern Regional Jail as well. The investigation into the incident is ongoing. That we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins up next with all of your latest sports news, including what games we've got going on tonight. That's coming up next.
The EKU men's and women's basketball teams are both looking to stake their claim as the top team in the Atlantic Sun Conference, and WBON TV is excited to bring you live, free over-the-air coverage of Colonels basketball. Select games are set to air free over the air on WBON TV. For a complete list of those games, or to learn more about how you can watch, visit the WBON TV Facebook page or WBONTV.com. Sponsored by Chenault Vineyards, the Kentucky Public Service Commission, the City of Richmond, and Davis and Haymond PSC.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back to Live at 5. EKU sports fans rejoiced yesterday as one of their own came back home. Michael Watkins is back today for another Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report to tell us what exactly this means for the sports department and fans alike.
Welcome in, everyone, to a Tuesday edition of the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. Big news for EKU sports fans broke late yesterday afternoon as Kyle Moats, the Director of Athletics and Vice President at the university, reported that EKU Hall of Famer Pat Stevens is back in the fold as the men's golf coach once again. Stevens is a member of the EKU Athletics Hall of Fame, both as a player and as a coach, as he led the men's golf program for 21 years from 1997 to 2018. This past year, he was also included and elected into the Madison County Sports Hall of Fame. Most recently, Stevens was the head coach of the Texas A&M Corpus Christi's women's golf team from January of 2022 to June of last year. With the Islanders, he led them to 7 team event wins, 5 individual first-place finishes, coached 6 Southland All-Conference selections, and broke multiple program records. In his previous 21 years as the coach of the Colonels, Stevens oversaw one of the most successful periods of EKU men's golf as the Colonels won 3 OVC championships in 2006, 2008, and 2015, earning spots in the NCAA regionals, while also coaching 4 individuals to NCAA regional appearances. The Colonels are scheduled to begin their spring 2025 season in just a couple of weeks on February 16th. The EKU women's basketball team played their first game inside the newly renovated Baptist Health Arena on Saturday and got back in the win column, dominating North Alabama. That game was the first of a 3-game homestand for the Colonels, and yesterday, as part of the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Coach Greg Todd spoke about what it was like being back inside Baptist Health Arena.
It was an amazing feeling. I think our girls, like you said, it's a wonderful renovation that they made. It's not obviously complete until next year, a total makeover, but it's some amazing locker rooms. We have a lounge. The players have a nice film room, training room, state of the art. It's quite a facility, and we're very, very happy to be home. I think we came out and hit our first 11 shots against a decent Northern Alabama team, and it was a great homecoming for us. And the women's basketball conference, I think, has been one of the staples of the ASUN. It's a very competitive, tough conference, and it's another very strong year for women's basketball, and we like our team, but yeah, it is an amazing transformation. It was a little tough in terms of not having a true home game till January 11th for a team, but knowing the big picture, it's hard to complain about that part of it. But it is it's a pretty long haul. Even your home games, you're traveling in vans to get to Transylvania, get to Berea, but very, very glad we're nothing like home. So it's very good.
What was it like when the girls first saw the locker rooms? I know that's when you're used to the way things used to be, and there was nothing wrong with it. But obviously, we're in a time now where you've got to have those new those things that catch a recruit's eye and catch because nowadays you got to recruit your own players year after year to get them to stay. So what were the girls like when they first saw the lounge that you talked about, the locker room, and even the new training area, which a lot of them will be in there quite a bit too?
Yes, I think it's like a young girl at Christmas, with all the presents under the tree. It's amazing. I think we've got a little video of it when they first saw the locker room, and it's just a very very moving to see how happy they were. You wouldn't think a 20-something-year-old could be that happy over locker rooms, but certainly I think our administration done a great job of getting what we needed, and that proof was how excited they were when they saw the locker rooms.
WBON TV will be back live tonight for some high school games. We'll have a doubleheader for you from Berea, with the girls taking on Frankfort and the boys taking on Bluegrass United following the girls' game. The girls' game is scheduled to tip off at 6 p.m. and you can watch all the action on WBON TV Channel 9 and streaming everywhere you can find WBON TV. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from Emergency Management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings. And log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV 9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Hall & Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Hall & Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Hall & Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Hall & Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Hall & Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look. Thanks. Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game? Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MC.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back to Alive at 5. Well, following last week's winter weather, Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman has activated the price gouging hotline to protect residents following that winter storm. Suspected cases can be reported online or by calling 1-888-432-9257. State law defines price gouging as charging more than 10% above pre-emergency prices without justifications. Goods and services covered include food, gas, shelter, transportation, and of course, emergency cleanup. You can look at a whole list of that on the Attorney General's website. Complaints will be reviewed by the Consumer Protection Team. Again, more information up about that at the Attorney General's website. You can check out all the details. Thanks so much for joining us today. Of course, don't forget, we got a ball game tonight. You can join us here for that, and we'll be right back tomorrow with more news, weather, and sports. Have a wonderful night out there. Stay warm. And of course, we will see you back here tomorrow, live at 5.